weren't paying attention. I weren't paying attention. It just slid in.
You just want to start this by saying to everyone, Elite Lives Matter. Just before you forget that.
Elite Lives Matter, yeah?
Elite Lives Matter.
Elite Lives Matter. So, just saying.
Everyone, Elite Lives Matter.
That's none of my business.
Before you forget that.
Elite Lives Matter, yeah? Elite Lives Matter.
Yo.
Oh.
I hope everyone's all good. Welcome along to the stream. We'll know that we always got to let everyone cram in the door. So when you come,
let's go.
Take a seat. Don't forget about your what's it called?
I don't know.
Your social distancing. Yeah, just come in. Take a bit of space.
Pull up every other chair.
Every other chair, if you can just.
Mate, I was in such a rush. I literally haven't got anything to read the comments on, which I'm a little bit annoyed about.
It's okay. I'll flash them all up and I'll go through.
So the comments on the last, if the comments on the last one were anything to go by, mate, they were insane.
The comments are always so funny.
I'm still getting messages about Tikka martial armor, mate. Still getting messages about it.
Martial armor is the best. Martial armor I've started about all over the game.
Molto bene.
Very good, very good. I will jump into the studio, guys.
Very good, very nice.
Very good, very nice. Don't forget, boys and girls, if you swear in your comment, I will have to approve it. So we might miss it if you're swearing in the comments. I will try and approve
not to.
If possible, but try not to.
I mean, yeah, because it just means your comment will come straight up. We won't have to edit, authenticate it. So as you can see, I've breezed over this because I see Tim like this all the time. Okay, it doesn't faze me, but I'm sure a lot of you are wondering, why is Tim dressed like this? The answer is, who knows? He may be celebrating autumn. Who knows? Do you know what I thought today, Tim? I thought I might buy a bottle of champagne just to celebrate autumn because it's autumn, isn't it?
Who knows? Who knows these days?
Just any excuse, mate. Just a drink.
You know, I've got to put a slight disclaimer in. I haven't slept yet since yesterday because Ash, who's probably watching, we ended up going for one drink and then I got in at 6 o'clock this morning and then had to go pretty much straight to work.
Dirty stop out.
My eyes like...
Look at them.
People's in there somewhere.
They're there somewhere.
So I've gone for my sort of Johnny Depp chocolate Charlie chat.
Chick chop, chick chop, chick chack, chick chop, bop.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Look, this is
I think you can speak Morse code. Tim's fluent in Morse code. Beep, 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 bop, bop, beep, beep, bop, bop, beep.
That's how I lost all my hair. Because it was. Beep, beep, bop, bop, beep, 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 bop, 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 beep, beep, beep.
Mate, he tried to decipher Morse code once and went bald.
Terrible. Welcome along. I'll quickly bounce through the comments before we jump into the debrief.
Yeah.
So just say a quick hello to some of the people here. Team DKR, Carl Baldwin, Bulldozer Actual, Marth83, Mondo Muti, who will always drop something fucking disgusting in the comments. Yeah. Mondo Muti's #1 right now.
And I always forget he's a sweaty sock as well, which makes it even funnier.
It is because you hear things in his accent and that makes
it. You do.
Yeah. Ash, what's up, dude? Absolute your fault for everything, you prick. John Wilson, Gaz Tank Davies, what's up? Envy Night Vision, what's up, Matt?
Yes.
I saw that sticker that you sent Richie, and I don't have any. You know.
So if you like to just take a step back and wind your neck in, one of those is for you. But carry on like that, and you won't get one. All right.
Oh, shut up then. So yeah, they look fucking awesome, by the way. Absolutely awesome.
Mate, I love it. They're so cool. Like it's like it's not like a regular holographic. It's like a weird, shimmery unicorn holographic. Yeah, oh mate, he went a long time ago.
I was on the edibles and I just they've done me up. I'm crying. A little tear. That hat, Tim. Yeah, thank you very much. Richie does get to see me always just pull something weird. And today just felt like
kind of used to it. Yeah.
Hades, Chris Hughes, what's up? Chewy, 6mm.
Yes, Chewy.
Recon. Lee Cullum, Daniel, John Wilson, what's up? It's Chino. What a fucking name.
Hey, it's a Chino.
It's Chino. What's up? It's Chino. Cry Trill
It's
Boy.
Chino time.
B1R Raider, Stephen Dunn, Archie Carter. Yeah, we've got loads of people in here. Rowan from
Yes.
Sock My Sock Boys. Mondo about to drop some hot shit as usual.
Yep.
Saturday Punders, LTMT ready, 1-to-1, one-eye game on. Let's go. I'm all about it. I'm all about it. Gaz Tank Davies. All Tim is missing is his skinny soy latte from Starbucks, and then he'd have the millennial look down from his seat. I haven't got skinny jeans on though, but I suppose I could just, if I honk these up a little bit, and get a bit of time going, and then
that's it. Oh my Christ! Oh my Christ!
I'll tuck this in, and then I get the millennial look.
Oh wow! I mean,
okay. Does that come with veg?
I think I was just sick in my mouth a little bit.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
Tim, did you move to Beverly Hills and buy a chihuahua? Chihuahua?
A chiliwawa. A chiliwawa. I bought a chiliwawa. What did you have for breakfast? A chiliwawa.
The small dog, you know, the chihuahua.
Mate, you went from millennial to cowboy in 0.5 of a second. Please do that again. Yeehaw!
You know, I'm going to ride some cow.
Look at that! There's a snake in my boots.
I haven't got boots on. I'm wearing socks.
There's THC in my socks.
Everyone knew this was going to be messy, but I'm actually crying already. We
will get to the debrief, I promise. I promise we will.
Everyone that's joined, thank you so much. Always please forget to just drop a like on the
video.
Hit the like. Awesome. So we get a very special event for both me and Richie, and something that I am uber respectful of what Stirling did after naming an operation after a dear and very close friend of mine and Richie's that we lost in August. And the guys that know about that know about it. I've had a lot of people ask me, you know, out of respect to that individual, you know, I'm not going to go into about him, but it was a very respectfully done event, and there was a plaque that was put as part of the fob at the trees that's now going to be called Fob Robinson, and it was done in such a sort of tasteful and respectful way that I'm really glad that I had a face mask on, because I did begin to well up a little bit, because it was tough, man. Everyone was awesome.
Yeah, it was tough. I think, like, whether you knew him or not, you know, obviously if you didn't know him, you totally got it. Like, everyone there was fully respectful, you know, and did the whole minute silence and 30 seconds clap. But yeah, big thank you to Matt, Mikey, all the guys at Stirling who did that. I don't know whose idea it was, doesn't matter. It's just the fact that it was just a real nice gesture, nice thought for Ben and for his family and everyone that knew him. Really, it just means that everyone knew him, that knew that he loved that place, he loved that site. So there will always be a little part of him at that site now. So yeah, big thank you to Stirling. Obviously, like Mikey, I know it was tough, man. Like, he was having a hard job saying what he had to say. Like, say, I think, Tim, myself, a lot of guys were, struggling with, you know, with the whole situation. But, you know, it was really nicely done. The plaque is lovely, and I think, I don't know whether this is meant to be common knowledge or not. So, Matt, I'm sorry if it isn't, but the whole idea of that they put the plaque next to the fob entrance, so every time you leave the fob, you just touch the plaque. So, just a little sort of
little goodbye to our boy.
Little nod to Ben on the way out. So yeah, I don't know if that's meant to be common knowledge or not, but I thought it was nice. I thought it was really good. So anyway, that's the backstory. That's why we why we were all there. I mean, it was going to be a Stirling game anyway, but you know, it was just really nice that they did that. So yeah, so that's that. Obviously, me and Tim, between COVID and work, starting new jobs, Tim being a bum. We basically we obviously, I'm sure everyone's found it really difficult to get to games this year. Everyone has, you know, whether it's meal sims or skirmishes, right? If you're if the site isn't shut because of COVID, People are watching their pennies because of COVID. I know I have been at least, and just sort of, you know, time apart from family. You've got to spend time with the families. So for us, meal teams have been very light on the ground this year, very, very light. So for us, when this one came up, obviously we wanted to go for the whole Ben thing, but it was are you okay?
Yeah.
Every time I think I've got him sussed. Every time. His little laughter. Every time I think I've got him sussed, he blows a lid off something new. Anyway, so this was the first game we've really decided to sort of, you know, commit to, and obviously I didn't get there till I didn't finish work till mega late. I got there at like 11:15 at night, so it was a struggle for all of us to get down there, but we made it work. So I know you boys were there quite early, right? You got there about, well, not early. You left early.
Yeah, I left.
I got there like 6, 7.
Yeah, it's a fucking jaunt for me. And even hitting small bits of traffic, I met up with John on the M40, but I left mine about 1, and I got there about 7:30. We did stop for some food, but it was a long jaunt. By the time we got there, it was just beginning to get dark. Actually, it was really nice timing.
Yeah.
So I managed to pull the truck up, get everything out, get Betty loaded up, and then go from there. Really, Robson and that were already set up the top, which was quite nice because it gave us someone to sort of a reference point within the fob to get set up. So in the last couple of events that we've gone, a lot of people have bumped their kit up to that fob location. And just to give you a rough idea of the scale of this site, we have got a copy of the map, so we'll flash that up now. And those squares, if I am correct, are 100 meters by 100 meters. I think. I'm pretty sure that that's correct. And so, yeah, it's
100 meters.
Yeah, because that field is 230 meters across.
Oh, you mean the little squares?
The little squares, yeah.
I was going to say, I'm like, what? But the big squares,
the small squares are like they're
it's a really small site.
It's tiny, yeah. No, it's a fucking monster site. And I don't know if you guys can see the pattern on here, but the gradient lines just show how fucking steep this site is. Like, it's a super, super steep site, and we've got a couple of photos in here as well. Of the type of landscape there. It is stunningly beautiful.
It's absolutely amazing. I remember the time before this when me and you went, Tim. I think we set up just at dawn, didn't we? I think we went down, we plotted up. We'd been on a patrol, just me and you, and we decided to set up for a coffee and some breakfast. And mate, we literally edge of this big hill. As you look out, there was just like undulating hills, and then the sun coming up over the hills. It was absolutely amazing, beautiful sight, so nice.
Yeah. Super picturesque, right? So we got set up at the top. Obviously, Richie ended up coming down a bit later, but it didn't really stop the flow of the game, knowing that it started on the Saturday morning. Yeah. Now, regardless of using vehicles or not, this is a physically very testing site. And I want to put that as a disclaimer because we're going to probably talk this event up because it was hands down fucking one of the best meal sims I've ever done. It was incredible start to finish for a lot of reasons that we'll go into, but don't feel like it's one to just jump at and do because there's quite a high level of kit requirement to go and do it. And physically it's very, very demanding. So let me just put that as a bit of a caveat before we sort of talk out how amazing it is. Don't think you're just going to go there on your sort of Saturday skirmish or Sunday skirmish kit and be able to be all right. It's a pretty tough site.
Yeah, I mean it's, you know, some of the hills are literally like that, right? They're fucking they're so steep, they're almost impassable. It's just hands and knees crawling, some of it. Yeah. But that being said, you know, we knew pretty well that our taskings for this weekend were going to be vehicle based. And when I say we, that's me, Robson, Parkies, and Stu, right? We knew Tim and John would be with us for some of the time, but we didn't really know just how much they were going to bounce in and out of the vehicles with us or not. So just rewind a little bit to the Friday night. Obviously, I literally had to leave all the setting up to these guys. I really did. You know, so I can't thank these guys enough for taking up the slack and, you know, taking up my bit of the weight, because, say, with work, I got there 11:15. So rather than bumping all the kit up there, I ended up, you may have seen the pictures, I ended up crashing in my roof tent down in the car park for the Friday night.
Luxury.
So yeah, it was nice actually. Hectic week, stressful week. So to just get a good.
Oh, I'm not sure if we've just lost Richie's connection there, or we've lost mine. One of the two. Guys, can you just hop on the comments if you can very quickly? I think we've lost Richie. Oh, he's back. He's back.
So bounce to Saturday morning, up quite early. Actually, it was the cows and the sheep in the next field that were like making all sorts of funny noises, rutting noises, sounding like Tim at 3 a.m. in IWA. Yeah, so I woke up early, started getting my shit together, getting kitted up, and then sure as eggs be eggs, the boys rolled down in Bessie, whatever fucking name is. Yeah, loaded up, chucked all the wagon in the truck, up to the top. Obviously done all the signing in, said hello to the boys, and real quick, mate, we was like in the truck, setting comms up, doing zero net checks, squad comm checks. And then before I know it, mate, we were in, weren't we? We were in for the safety brief.
Yeah, and pretty much ready to roll straight out from that point. I mean, we so me and John had a slightly different task in. Richie was running RO with 4 other guys in the vehicle, Robson, Stu and Parky, and they were assigned to that vehicle, and they were going to sort of be our immediate QRF if we got engaged. Me and John had a little sneaky task in. I see that Kev has put in about destroying OPSEC by just putting the task force map up on the screen. I'm sorry about that. So we ended up actually cutting into one of the far corners of the site, and it's a very difficult infill. Now, the guys that partook in the infill at 3 o'clock in the morning on the Sunday will tell you how fucking difficult it was. Coming back from all of the Sabre lot, they was like, that's one of the hardest infills that a lot of them have done in a long time since the Valley days. It was super, super tough, pushing through brambles. So what me and John decided to do was try and get eyes on one of the furthest corners of the site, without all the vehicles, without all the noise, let them be a little bit of a distraction on the other side of the site, and let us kind of just see if we can track any movement. You know, the first guys that push through the brush, after months of not being there, it's really noticeable. So we picked up some foot traffic tracks of broken branches, leaves and trodden down plants and stuff really, really fast. And so we could see this track like snaking through the undergrowth. So we followed that to a point over probably about an hour and 10 minutes, an hour and 20 minutes to get in. We've decided to take cover where a fence line was with a berm behind it. So we're kind of against the barbed wire fence laid on the back of the berm. We've got the leaf suits and stuff on. I'll quickly throw a picture up so you can see what I was wearing. You know, I didn't go head to toe ghillie, but at the same time, this top end leaf suit made such a difference being able to lay there. So to cut to this really quick, me and John are having a quick break, taking on some water. We're doing a map check. I've got the Vortex rangefinder out and the map, because the canopy above us was so heavy that we couldn't get satellite on the Watcher or on the Garmin. It was really struggling to get a signal. So I'm referencing off the bottom road, back up the hill and across to essentially go to the corner of the fence post, because we've got a big clearing in front of us. It's kind of work out, we're like 3/4 of the way across the top fence line, and I've got a map in my hand and I'm laid back like this against the berm, and all of a sudden Kieran walks along the fence in touching distance, and I'm just laid there with the map, bright white map in my hand, like, fuck.
And his dick out as well.
Yeah. And just like, oh shit. And I'm looking at John, and John's looking at me, and then two more guys just slowly begin to creep past. And I think if one of them turns ever so slightly, we're fucked. So I go for the gap, knowing that Kieran's in front of John, and clap the two guys. And there was a bit of a dispute then on it being out of bounds, but it was actually declared that it was in bounds. But just to save any argument, we passed up on it and just said, okay, fine, let us get some time to get out of there, because we didn't want to cause any arguments. But it was a really surprising contact for them, and for us, it just showed how much those leaf suits can seal you. Like, just laid on the deck, top half, legs tucked away. I mean, like, my feet were through the holes in the fence, and literally Kieran missed my boot with his boot by about an inch. It was super crazy, super crazy. Maybe that's because they weren't paying attention, I don't know, or because the camo really worked. But a couple of times, me and John took a knee in those ferns, them like waist-high ferns, and just that brown of the leaf suit and the kind of bits of material coming off it breaks up your silhouette so much.
Because I think we was up at the FOD, mate, and we were discussing this about leaf suits, and I said to you, like, I've not had great success with the leaf suit. Like, I've worn mine a handful of times, and every time, like, people have ID'd me and picked me off. I've been shot wearing the leaf suit. I'm like, well, it's clearly not working. But there at the trees, like I say, with those ferns, we looked about, and there were some real bright green sort of ferns. But then in between that, there's the dark browns, light browns, where they're just dying off or whatever. And it's that, mate. It's that transition where you think, you could just duck into one of those, and because they're quite high, aren't they? They're sort of their waist to chest height, some of them. Yeah,
and I think the other thing that I've got on mine is a load of green leaves tied in. So it really breaks up like this solid brown colour. You've got like lots of sneaky leaves and lots of bits tied into it. So it worked really well. I mean, it was a wicked little contact, really good little contact. Where were you boys at that point then?
So we were the opposite end of the site to you, basically. We were up near the lumberyard. So we were doing a bit of a clearance patrol. So we were sort of QRF / weapon mounted support for the foot patrols that are going out. I think so. We were 5-1 Bravo. I think it was 5-2. I think it was 5-3, 5-3, 5-2, 5-3, and 5-4. Maybe 5-3, 5-4. Anyway, they were on foot ahead of us, pushing through. We were following very slowly in the vehicles behind them. In case they got any contact, we could either spin the support going around on top. Once stopped, obviously, or we could debus and add more people to the firefight. So we were just pushing around, and over the comms, I think whatever it was, 5-2, I think it was. I said, there's a bit of bracken in the road. You might not be able to get past it. Like, me and Robson have looked at each other like, challenge accepted. Let's off-road. So we was going along, and obviously we were crunching branches and stuff as we were going. And we were gassing. It was like, if we've got a tow rope, we could either tow it off the road if it's a big tree or big log or something. Literally got to this turning in the road, and I don't know how big this tree was. It was humongous. It was taller than the car on its side.
Fucking hell.
I was like, we're not moving that. So we did. At which point the foot patrol carried on in a clockwise direction round. We did a proper Austin Powers, mate, like 26-point turn, trying to like go back the other way. Yeah, it was funny. It's funny. So back we went. So we basically plotted up back towards the lumberyard at the sort of crossroads, and we waited for the other call signs to do the full loop. We would all meet up there. So we debused from the vehicles. We all sort of spread out, picked a corner in the lumberyard, and we just sort of went to ground, settled in. Sort of get yourself in a nice position, sort of tucked in, and just soak up the noise, soak up the atmosphere, because there was lots of crash, bang, crunch of twigs, but it was all like broken branches falling from the trees. So you'd think there was someone moving, but you had to soak the ambient noise out for sort of like 5-10 minutes to realise, right, that's a falling branch, that's a falling branch, that's someone breaking a branch with their foot. Believe it or not, I know it sounds stupid, but those guys that know, you know the difference. So I was like nestled up against this like gravel, this gravel sort of like berm like this. And I shit you not, I sort of looked over, and to my sort of 1 o'clock position, there's the trees sort of go like this, but they sort of below it, they sort of open out a little. There's a bit of clearing.
Yeah.
And I just saw like black, right? Like a dark black. Now, when you're in the trees, you see dark browns, you see light browns, greens, never black. So I looked, I was like, you know, when something catches your eyes, I looked, and sure as mate, there was this guy, it was a strap of a backpack that I saw. I didn't see him, I didn't see his shoulder, because that was all sort of like greys and browns, but just a black of his shoulder pack. So I was like, okay. So I'm watching him. There's a second one either side of the clearing, and then I heard a snap. But mate, this thing must have been 6 foot from me, the other side of the gravel pit,
Nice.
Gravel berm, and I was like, oh fuck, because now I've got contact here and here. Like this one's super close. I'm like, fuck. So you know how fucking long this thing is, right?
Go on.
This. It's like a scene from like Star Trek or Aliens, isn't it?
Red Dwarf.
Yeah, that's it. But it just goes and goes and goes and goes and goes. Keeps going. So anyway, I'm trying to like bring this thing around, and as it was, they didn't see me. You know, they were too busy looking at the truck, which was over my sort of right shoulder.
Yeah.
So they just moved off and up. So we kept an eye on them. Anyway, off they went. About 10 minutes later, so we commed in to the other guys that they were en route to whatever spot code that is. And they got a bit of a tear up. So we sort of went steady there. Give it another 5 minutes. Parky saw actually from the truck with his Mark 46. He saw 2 bodies moving, and it must have taken us about 3 times for to go, oh, there, like 12 o'clock. I'd be like, where? Like, because you're looking, because they're up the hill, you're expecting to see a torso, right? But because all the leaves are hanging down, all you can see is feet. So it's quite difficult to make out. But anyway, we made these bodies out, coming down. And we counted like 4 or 5, I think it was. Because I think you were with us at this point, right?
Yeah, I mean, we'd hit that contact. We'd gone up onto the top path, and we're walking down the top path, and I could see like someone taking a knee at the side of the road, tan top on, and I was like, oh, okay, it's like the front of a BDU. So he's put his hand up, and I've thought, fuck, I can't PID him at all. I didn't want to point a gun at him, obviously. So I was like, I just couldn't do it. So we've cut to one side, and John's like, I think that's up 4. We couldn't make decisions. We've got a mil smoke, dumped it, mate, and we've busted. We just got the fuck out of there. We were in between, just having a bit of contact and potentially another team, and I didn't want to get lifted, neither did John. Yeah. So we've done this like, just, you know, when you just are running with gravity and just hoping that there will be something.
It's controlled descent.
It's just steep as fuck. So we're just hoofing down the side of this thing. We find this like lower road, and there's like a cut-off ridge. We're literally just like skirting around this ridge to get away from it. We actually ended up covering that morning 10K. So by 2 o'clock, we'd done 10K, which people will go, yeah, it's fucking easy, mate, do it on a treadmill. I completely respect that. You know, if a 10K sort of Sunday morning thing, it doesn't even leave you busted. But 10K is a lot of ground to cover. And I know, speaking to other lads, they've done, 25, 30K. But that's including vehicle travel. So that 10K is not including any vehicle. It's just the step count. Yeah, just on foot. Just out of your steps. Yeah. That site is just exhausting in some places where
massively,
you're
mate.
Road, you're on a fucking gradient, or you're pushing through brambles, or you're constantly moving brush and overgrowth. And when you've got a pack on and your gun and all your other fighting order, it's just hard work. So we ditched from that contact, and we were trying to get comms. We tried raising comms all the infill in. We just couldn't get any comms because of how dense it was. We're trying to comms into you to know that we had sort of got eyes on and had contact, so we could call in for QRF. I managed to get hold of Steady and called in our QRF, and literally the Razor was coming out to get us at one of the spot codes and got hit by a tag round and was sat then out of action on the road. So we actually had to get to you on foot. And that's when we infilled from your 6. we could see that you guys were calling contact, and so we come through the wood yard, really sneaky, tried to sort of pan around to get eyes on behind that green like oil drum.
Yeah.
I didn't see shit behind it. So at that point, I went behind the vehicle. Me and John at this point had covered a lot of ground. It was very hot at that point of the day, and we were just keen on getting water on and trying to. We'd had probably 30-minute run.
Because I think actually, obviously, when you was en route to us on that big tab, obviously we heard that contact that those guys pushed out at, so we went to follow it up. So I think me, Robson, and Stu, we pushed our way down the track. We're going down, and literally, like, we kept pushing, panning, and you're trying to be as quiet as you can, but everything was so hot and so dry. Every step you made, like, was just everything. Every twig was snapping, every leaf was crunching. Anyway, Robson was on point, and I was just behind him. And you're walking, right? You think you see something. You go, is that? And the minute you go, is that?
Oh, fuck, yeah.
Oh, and that's it, mate. And literally, you go, is that? And all you heard was, brah, brah, brah. Literally, Robson got hit. I've literally just flung myself off the track onto the fucking side of the road. The guy's still putting rounds down the track. So I've gone up high and round, try and do a high right flank. Me and this guy were having a bit of an exchange. Stu Leader was pushing up, was trying to get to Robson to medic him back in. Got Robson back up, but this guy was, mate, he was like a gazelle. He was off, mate, legs. He was a good bound, mate, to be fair. He would like literally put a few rounds down, spin and run off. A few rounds, spin and run off. So it was good in the way he did it. Obviously, it was shit for us because we couldn't capture him, we couldn't get to him. So we came back, we busted back to the vehicles. I think that's when I got there, and you and John was at the back of the truck taking on water. At which point, that's when Parky saw the other guys come waltzing in from left to right up that hill. And then I think
a lot of people on that berm. There seems to be a lot of contact on that berm.
Yeah, there must have been a bit of an MSR there or something. Yeah.
And obviously you'd got your kills with the tag, but we were also shooting people on that hill too.
Yeah.
So there's probably some confusion in there from when that was happening for me. But there was obviously a lot of people trafficking across that rear plane because Parky put a load of rounds out when we were infilling in. So as we've come over the lower road and past them bale things, like them box things, stacks of wood, Parky was putting rounds down then, and I think Stu was as well with the MP5.
Yeah. So I just remember Robson, because we were all spread out. Robson was off to the left, Stu was to the right. I was at the truck with you, and I saw one guy, then two guys come over. Like one guy, then the other guy sort of come over to sort of get to him. I was like, right, this is happening. So I've literally got, because I've now got the 320 on like a QLS launcher on my hip. So I was like, I'm not going to need a pistol like in the woods. You're just not. So 320 come out, and I remember busting over to Robson. I legged it to Robson, got in cover, was like, no clear shot. Took about 6 steps to the right. I was like, about there somewhere. Boom, this thing went out, mate. CO2, hot weather. And you just see the branches just rip apart, mate. Rip the leaves of branches. Punched its way through. And boom. Yeah, mate, got double kill with that, which is awesome. Which at then point, literally, as I was coming back to truck, I just saw all you boys go, like en masse up to the contact. Yeah, it was epic. So I think Parky was on point. He had the Mark 46. Yeah. He was up there. Stu Lee was up there. It was good. It was a nice little dust up, to be fair. I think Robson was hoofing off the mortars into the trees, which I remember I was stood there. I'm just trying to sort my tag launcher out, like empty it out or whatever. I've heard this. Like next to me, I was like, what the fuck is that? And Robson's like just holding a smoking mortar launcher, like, like a kid at Christmas.
I absolutely love them things. So big up. I know Urban Reaper was in here earlier. Yes, we took the shoulder mounted launcher. We put cut the rounds through it. I didn't really have it on me for doing the recce, but we did get some rounds through it. So thank you very much to Urban Reaper for hooking us up with that. Yeah. I think that part of the day for me was also so exciting. Like even up to that point, just the level of contact, the environment, the weather, rolling out of you boys, we were having a laugh, we were dropping fucking bodies. I think the vehicle did make some portions of it easier, although we ended up obviously walking back Most of that, me and John, after that, you guys jumped in the wagon and we paled round and done the back path all the way up to the top. I can see why people get to 10 o'clock at night or 11 o'clock at night, 12 o'clock at night and are fucked on the first day.
Yeah.
I know teams have got shit for it in the last couple of events. They fucked off early. As much as, I think it's slightly disappointing. I completely get it. I completely get it. It's, if you are pushing there and it's warm and you're carrying, a bit of weight and you've got some kit with you and whatever, it's a fucking tough place. It's a really tough place.
Yeah. So we RTB'd at that point, right? We went back and.
Yeah, RTB, genned up, and then we literally had like a 10-minute turnaround to then go back out.
Because this is I think we got some intel on a drugs lab, wasn't it?
Yeah,
deep into the woods, deep.
We were going to filter out, weren't we? And then go in on foot, and we were going in with Sabre.
I think it was all call signs, wasn't it? Like every single call sign was on the ground.
Road, and they were taking the lower road, weren't they?
Yeah. So we all pushed in on the vehicles, debust, like way back off of the actual target, and the call signs again, like Tim says, one went high, one went low. So the idea is that the call signs that took the lower path would hopefully, if the target's where we think it is, would hit contact, and we would, all the rest of the call signs, including us, would be on the high side, but a bit further in. So we would then come down and kind of like encompass, the enemy there. As it was, it didn't really work like that. There was some confusion on the ground. Some call signs, I believe, weren't where they were supposed to be. So we had to kind of, at this point, you really have to be fluid and think on your feet. What didn't help matters, and again, it's not all peaches and rainbows and killing people and looking cool. Comms were shit. Comms were really shit, including mine. I actually got my radios mixed up. So the way I set mine up is I have the long antenna with a relocation cable for 0 net to give me longer range, and I have the new Stinger, which is like a vest mounted one from SNR for squad comms, which is much closer distance, right? However, I got them mixed up. I was getting clearer comms from the SNR Stinger to 0 than I was squad to squad with a tall aerial.
Interesting.
Honestly, mate. So me and JCI,
I've just put mine on,
mate. Honestly, so that was by accident, right? And I said to Robson, "What the fuck's going on, mate?" Like I can thinking because initially I thought this thing is shit. I thought, well, I can't hear my the rest of the guys at like maybe 50, 80 meters from me. Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
But it was the other way around. So interesting, man. So I think me and JCI are going to have a word. He's, whether it's the tall antenna, whether it's the relocation cable, maybe it's the radios. I don't know. Maybe it's just the terrain. I know the terrain is shit there. It's tough.
Shit. It's really tough.
So on that second infill, going to the target, which supposedly, should have been we were hoping it was a drugs lab for the cartel. Now, we pushed in, and mate, that was tough, mate. That was
another slog,
mate. So I had full plate carrier, 2152s, smokes, GPS. I had the SCAR. I had everything, mate. It takes something for me not to wear my lid.
Mate, I love it that you were just like, fuck all that noise. It's so much kit. It's so much
kit.
Picking your plate carrier up when it was on your table that evening, and I was like, nope.
Mate, I thought it was going to be the vehicle all weekend. I was like, yeah, this is
and then went out and I was like, don't need that, not taking that. It's not one of those.
Mate, so I literally I remember Robson going, right, we're going to push this way. You boys up there. And I literally looked at him, looked up there. I thought, oh, fuck. And then this literally had no sling on it, right? It was down by my side. I didn't give a fuck, mate. This was not pointed at anyone. Do you know what I wanted to do? I wanted to do this. Just put it over my shoulder. Be like, oh, that's better. That's easier. Look, I've got swordfish.
That officially very far.
I know, mate. Flipper. Anyway, so we finally, I think a couple of guys got some contact again on the far right flank, which is kind of how we want it to happen. So we all sort of sweep round, and Robson or Stu Leader got eyes on some bashers or some sort of structures, and was like, right. And I remember, right, me and Stu like guns up like this, like fucking slowly pacing towards this fucking basher, mate, thinking, I dare. I beg, man, stick your head out. I beg it. I've looked, right, Robson's about 10 metres behind me, right? Not with a gun. Oh, no. He sticks his gun. He's like, right, let's get the fucking mortar out. Let's get the mortar round out. I'm like, what are you going to do? Like, if he's going to aim that where we're going, mate, we're all dead. All of us.
Boom, straight to the ground.
Yeah, mate, like, 45 degrees, but a down angle. Do you know what I mean? Like, collateral damage. But no, as it was, we all pushed in, and to be fair, most of our call sign, all the bashes were empty, mate. I just remember coming across, like, it was a basher or a tent or a one-man tent or whatever it was. There was some kind of sleep system. There was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we started getting into double figures, 20, 25. Yeah. I'm like, there's a lot of bodies. I thought it's kind of lucky no one was home. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, because if we'd have rolled up there, especially in the way that we did, the front men would have been fucked.
We would have got smashed, mate.
Yeah.
Absolutely smashed. As it was, we started clearing, started doing SSE, and next thing, the hostile gun truck just come bowling up to the front door, like, I was like, oh, fuck. But it was cool, though. It was cool.
It was fucking cool.
Yeah.
So I saw Robson put a round in, and bearing in mind, a lot of people are in front of the vehicle. We were asked to stay high, me and John. Yeah. John stayed high really well. Seems to be something he's really good at.
Since Friday night.
It's a really good show.
Hold on. Thank you. I'm here all week.
And so I was up there with him. He started pushing along. Parky was there as well. Robson's put this fucking tag round in, and the guy's just behind the window putting rounds out on that mounted weapon. Robson has started shouting, and obviously that message has been relayed by Nick Lewin.
Yeah.
And Nick is going, get the fucking gunner down, get the gunner down. So I'm with Parky, who's pushed up. He's laid facing forward on the Mark 46. I'm with John, and John's like, do you think you could hit him? And there was just a perfect opening in the trees all the way down to the side on of the vehicle. And I'm like, all right, fuck, it's a long way. Like, even downhill, it was a long way. So I've just thought, fuck it, dialed the razor up to 6, put about a metre over his head and gone ding, 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 ding. And then I've seen him doing the whole flinch thing. John's like, yes, go on, Geese, go on. And I've just thought, right, he's having it. About another 5-6 rounds. And I've sort of just let go of the gun and get off. As he's got off the back, another geezer's got on. And as he's getting on, a tag round or mortar or whatever it was that was fired.
I think it was a mortar,
went off at the side of the vehicle. So I was like, well, that's both them dead. The vehicle's out of play now, right? Surely, like, hazards on, we'll just fucking ignore it. So by this point, I've gone prone. John's facing off with me and Parky's there as well. And we're just kind of keeping our arcs of fire covered, but I'm keeping an eye on the vehicle so I could just shout out, right, they're dead, rather than them getting licked up more.
Yeah.
And the geezers just got on the vehicle again, not the same guy, the guy who was stacked up behind, and just got on it and started putting rounds down. So I've just done the same thing again. But I think at this point, some guys had pushed up because he got like the whole.
Yeah, I think it's hard, isn't it? Because like, as you're coming into that, like, you don't know that vehicle is disabled. Do you know what I mean?
No.
Like, it's hard for guys to know that.
I think they heard that bang though, mate. I mean, when I was looking at the smoke, it was like at the rear.
How many times have you heard a bang go off and like you go, where was that? Was that me? Was it not? I don't know. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyway, we that was pretty much done. SSE was done, so we bailed out there pretty quick. And mate, that was hard, mate. That was such a hard infill and exfil.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, that was tough.
We'd hit that hill a couple of times. Me and John were getting to the point where this was probably 5-6 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
You know, it was getting towards the tail end of that day. We'd then gone back, spoke to Zero. I mean, just to, like, for an emotional perspective, all meal sims that I've ever been to have their good times, bad times, their peaks and troughs of action.
Yeah.
There was something about this event, and I don't know if it's because they've now got this cartel element and they've got the AS, and that's broken up a little bit, and that's driven some more action. I don't know if it was because Matt wanted, or Ben, or whoever was orchestrating, Steady, Mikey, whoever, wanted to drive up the fucking ramp this right one up for Ben.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was, but there was something about this event where I just kept having to pause to myself, like, this is fucking sick. There was it kept playing over with me, like watching the Razor hoof by mounted guns, loads of mounted trucks, being on the back of the wagon with you or with Parky. You know, Parky's stood there, he's fucking Mark 46. We're all in the wagon together. I'm with all my boys. We're rolling through some sick sight, all the vehicles and that there. That something about that event just had me pumped the whole time. And I'm the first person to be shitty about events, hands down.
No.
But it was just really. It was sick, mate.
It was, mate. I think even just little things like, as we come back into the fob, like all the vehicles would come in one by one, and then we'd all sort of reverse up. And as you all sort of, like, say, you're debussing from the vehicles, everyone's dumping the kit on the bonnet and the back of the thing. You're like, there's some fucking hitters here, mate. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
hitters, some cool guys, and a lot of cool kit.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, I think it just all added to the atmosphere, you know. And again, as ever, you know, Zero Net, when I could get them, you know, was always just professional and on point. It was
yeah, and I think that, I don't know, maybe that was different, but there was like some very different caliber. I won't say caliber, but some different levels of people that were in our fob. Right, there were some people that seemed to be trying Stirling for the very first time, and then you've got Kev Berry, Dad,
Ben, all that lot,
and all those boys, and Ben, everyone, like, they're lads that are so seasoned. You know, they've been around for a long time. They've stomped around, especially Kev. You know, he's stomped around the trees enough times. You know, they know their shit. You know, the sort of people that I look and see Kev and all of the lads that he rolls with, and like, fuck me, like, they're proper, like, OGs of this. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, mate. Yeah.
Everyone want to say that to Kev because he'd kill me, but like, he's like a bit of a fucking, you know,
he'd kill you with a haggis.
I went over and sat down next to him with all the other guys up there and went, all right, Dad, and everyone just looked. Fuck is this?
What?
But yeah, you know, he's a legend. He's been kicking around forever. He's such a great guy. And there's some really, like you say, some proper seasoned characters there, and there's some really new guys and like us boys kicking there. It was just so much fun. And I think at that point, going back to the fob, getting some water on, really rehydrating. Even the way that intel was passed back at this event was just so professional, like steady.
Yeah.
He pulled me to one side, like, what happened? Who was it? Where was the engagement? How far along? And it was like they were drilling for that next level of detail rather than just, oh yeah, I saw a geezer there. Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
It was,
I saw a man behind the tree.
Yeah, like,
yeah,
just trying to drive for that next level of detail. For me, that was sick too. You know, that Stirling team of just something else. You know, Owen and all of the rest of the boys, especially Nick and that. Like,
yeah,
they just push that experience, that immersion, whatever you want to call it, just to a new level when they are trying to get the best out of the event. It was just awesome.
I think what it is, mate, that they don't switch off.
No,
they never switch off.
Very good point.
You know, like, you know, even like we love. I don't mean to sound elitist, but, you know, we know those boys a long time, and we've had some sort of times outside of airsoft that have been good times and fun times, and so you get to know people as friends as rather than just play airsoft with, right, as mates. So you can have a bit of a laugh, but even when, like, you're having a laugh with them, there's still that point where they go, yeah, oh yeah, it's all fun, having a laugh, and then right back to business.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? There's that point where they go, right, switch on. We still got this to do. We still got that to do. We got, you know, is this done? Is that done? Do we have a guy? Do we have a guy watching that gate? Do we have a guy watching down here? You know, it's all stuff like that keep you that make you sort of not ground yourself, but go, oh fuck yeah, right, yeah. This isn't a Sunday fucking knees up.
Yeah.
You know, if right, give me 2 seconds, mate. I'm gonna grab a gin.
Right, go on then. Let's go through some of the comments. Let's go through some of the comments. Let's just quickly pull Richard for a minute. Right. Let's go through any comments, questions while we have a little midway break there, as we are towards the end of Saturday of the event. I will go through some of these. Can't unsee Tim as Boy George. I'm down for that. I'll take a Boy George if it goes. That was one where we followed them, Rich. The tag round was when Tim and John joined us. Elevation gain is a killer. It fucking is. Tag round was a good 70+ meters. Yeah, it was fucking sick. Drug slab was not fun, lugging the 46 up there back without letting a shot off. Yeah, Parky, I get that. It was a bit of a shame that you didn't get to slay, but we were actually up on top. Richie's back. That was very fast, mate.
Mate, the fridge is right there. It's about 4 degrees at the moment. So,
Mr. Beaver 07110. Tim, what's with the glasses? I'm absolutely howling it. No.
Yeah,
It's just something I do every now and then.
hungover,
and on edibles and CBD. Ding. Tim, what the fuck from Fire Mission Blog? This is very hungover eye holes.
Yeah.
So I'm hiding them with some glasses. Number one mechanic for Stu, 100%.
Yes, Stu.
Stu's definitely got that job. He did it so professionally, it only took us 20 minutes. Tim, is the member stuff sorted on the channel yet? It's not. We just need to set it to go live. But you have to do your member launch with a video, and I haven't done the video yet. I've just been too busy.
Okay.
But we will do the member stuff. It's very cheap. It's all set to the lowest settings. It's really about giving you guys the features of the thing, but actually charging the most minimum for it. So, for example, the lowest tier is $1.99 a month, and that will give you access to the other channel of chat. You'll have a members channel of chat. The icons, so you get a little mini blow-up doll, which we've called Kelly. We've got the
for random reasons
mini icon. We've got the elite as fuck mini icon that you can use in the chat. I'll show you them all in a minute. I'll add them to the YouTube chat. So yes, when is the mortar video dropping? The new tag in one. So there was obviously they sponsored their team out in Russia. And they were meant to be doing a CE testing day where they have to test 10,000 rounds for their CE approval, and that allows them to be shipped across Europe. Thank you very much to that team. Me and Richie were invited to go and do that, but because of COVID and the impacts that it's had on the warehousing and factory and all that sort of shit, it's not happened yet. So they've essentially taken that CE's worth of gear and given it to a team that is running them out like crazy at events. This geezer always asks about this shit. And how were the 1431s in that environment? You've asked me about them being wet, cold. They're fucking nods, mate. Like, what do you mean in that environment? In the heat, in the cold, in the tree, in the sun?
No, because legit, mate. Let's be honest, right? We've taken our nods to many places. I've never been to anywhere that's that dark at night. Never.
I think APOC, personally.
All right, other than APOC, okay, that's the only one that's similar. But once you get off your podium, I'll take bronze. Don't worry about it. It's a serious. Just because you're high as fuck, stop picking on people, all right? Play nice, Tim. Play nice. No, so honestly, I remember, you probably will remember, Tim, because you were probably high as fuck. I remember standing at the fob looking at two ends of the sort of entry points you could get into our fob, and I was like, man, like fuck, I can see like 5 trees back into the woods, like maybe the 5th tree back. Then it's pitched, you know what I mean? And I was like, fucking hell. You know when you sort of feel cheated, not cheated, but you go, oh, I paid all this money for nods and that's all I can see. Yeah. And then literally I went, oh, fuck's sake, pulled them forward, flipped them up, then went, oh fuck. Like, I could not see that.
Yeah, nothing.
Literally that.
Yeah.
And then you go, that's why I paid the money. That.
Yeah.
You know? So yeah, in answer to your question, I'll answer it, because Tim's a bit hungover. He's a little bit, you know, little bit tetchy.
When have I ever tetchy? I'm the nice one.
You're tetchy from 8 in the morning till you go to bed.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, they were good. They were good. I was impressed. It was super, super dark, but nothing a little fucking peck T won't sort out, boy.
So I also want to say just one quick thing. 1431s is a housing.
Yep.
It really depends on what tubes you have in that housing as to what result you get. So before people start going, yeah, but if I get 4031s for this, right? 4031s of the body, and mine and Richie, we would, you know, you're going to get that experience from the tubes that you put in it. So depending on what tubes you have in it, just your experience will vary. So just be aware of that. Just
so if you want Echo Plus White Phosphor, whatever you want, speak to Baller Tactical, right? He will tailor you a unit to suit your budget. If you say, right, say, what is your best thing? This is what I'd say to people. If you want to buy a set of nods, speak to Baller Tactical, right? He is T-minus 28 and counting. Speak to Baller Tactical, say, this is, you know, what is the cheapest option you can do me? What is the cheapest option? Yeah. And then work your way out from there, right? Because he will say, well, like, look, $4,500 will get you this, you know, or 6.5 will get you this, or 7.5 will get you this. Yeah. So that's what I would say. But speak to him, mate. There's nothing that guy doesn't know about NV. Yeah,
he is. Sorry, mate. Go on.
He's the only other guy other than Tim that I know knows a lot about night vision. Hi, Dave.
Hey, sir. How are you?
Hi, Dave. I didn't, obviously, because of COVID, I didn't get my actual hug from Dave that weekend. I was a little bit disappointed.
He was trying to kidnap me. He kept marking where I was sleeping.
Dave gives the best hugs ever.
He does. Yeah, he does. And he's always very polite, very, very nice member of the Stirling staff that's, again, been around for a long time, got a lot of time.
Yeah.
So the 1431s, I've got to admit, mate, I was fucking super impressed with mine. I went out, led the pack out at 3 o'clock in the morning. So we'll continue on where we was. We went on a patrol to recce out. I'm trying to think how we ended up coming back, Richie, to the fob and having that nighttime Benghazi firefight, which was probably a highlight of the weekend.
So we saddled up in the vehicles. Right.
Why did it matter? I'm going to quickly grab a drink. I'll be back in 1 sec.
So we got on the vehicles, 6 up in the pickup, accompanied by fucking 5-2. I think it was 5-2 on the quads. And I think you had 5-3 in a Land Rover. We were tasked with clearing a set of woods. This big section of wooded area, right? There's meant to be an enemy camp in there, so that's where we were heading. There were some bashes in there earlier on during the day. That's where we were heading. So we went down. There's a tree line. So we had us, 5 on Bravo, 5-2, 5-3. So three sort of sections went in. Anyone that's clocked my video on Insta, that was when I had the camera on. That's about the only time I remember to go click and turn it on. So we busted through, we pushed through the woodland, went through, I think 5-2 and 5-3, found the little encampment. We pushed through, didn't find anything, came back. On the vehicles, obviously, knowing dusk or dark was within an hour or two, we all put our nods on just in case, which thank God we did, because we ended up coming back on the way back into the fob. We coming on a route in, and we bumped into 2 enemy vehicles. And we was like, oh shit, and they were stacked. These enemy vehicles are full of guys, absolutely full of them. So I literally jumped off, just about to prime my 320 with a tag round, and the 2 enemy vehicles took off up. Oh, here she is, the lone stranger. So the two enemy vehicles took off. One went up one track, the other one busted off back down the lower track. Different directions. So we quickly, all vehicles pulled up. We were like, right, what are we going to do onto zero? we were like, should we follow them? Should we wait here in case they come back? What in case they do a loop? Or we're going to put in a VCP in case they circle back? So the general consensus from Zero was let's follow them. So we followed them, went up the top of the track. As you got to the track, they'd put in a VCP against us. So we technically couldn't get past them to get back to the fob. So it meant either clearing the VCP or going back round. At which point a few guys debust. We had a bit of a firefight. I think the enemy vehicle got taken out. But during this time, like during this bit of a dust up with the VCP, Zero is screaming like we're under attack from this side. Literally 30 seconds later, we're under attack from the north, from the west. They were getting blitzed from every side.
Yeah.
All meanwhile, like it's getting darker and darker and darker. At which point we're at the VCP, and I think me and you decided to put our nods on.
Good call that was, mate. To be fair,
I know I called it.
I know.
So obviously we couldn't get the vehicle through the VCP. Like that's what you're not allowed to do. You can't drive it through, especially now their enemy vehicle is disabled. So like, right, fuck, debus, everyone get off. At which point this dickhead here has the Mark 46 plus his plate carrier plus 2 152s, right? And I just remember like because they were going like, we need backup, we need QRF, blah, blah. This is back at the fob. So everyone is hoofing, mate. I say hoofing, like taking a brisk walk up this fucking hill like this, mate. I just remember, right, walking up there, and John was to my right, mate, and I'm like, woo, like literally blowing, mate. I thought I was gonna die. I was having pains in my left arm and everything. And I remember John getting to the top, and he's such a cunt, mate. He went, "Christ, bruv, you sound how I feel." I was like, "What's that, dead, mate?" And literally, we got to the top. Broke the brow of the hill, come down, mate. As you come down, like, what's the scene I can describe it? What's a Star Wars film, right? Where they're in like a big canyon and there is just lasers going everywhere, every single direction.
I don't
know. I'm just saying. But I've come down, mate, under nods. There's IR, there's rounds going in every single direction. Like you can imagine, I was like, so I'm trying to work out like who's friendly, who's not, which way are we going, like who's the closest call sign to us. Anyway, so we managed to work out that as you look at the fob from one end, you got the trees that go down like on a massive slope goes down, then you got the track up here. So I just called it. I said, right, lads, work clockwise against the trees. So literally me, Parky, Robson, we all just started to peel round like in a big sort of garden gate movement round. I'm just saying, mate, that Mark 46 is dope.
Yeah,
absolutely dope, mate. So at which point you've got it sort of down here, like tucked under my arm, so not shouldered, but you've got it technically the butt under your arm. And I'm just, mate, literally looking round. I said to Parky, the only thing I'm going to describe it right was like from the film from Terminator with the T600s, whatever it is, just walking forward, mowing people down. Mate, it was honestly, we were just literally like, you walk forward because they all had our backs to us because they were attacking the fob. You just walk forward. There's one. There's one. And like literally, me and Parky were bounded. Like we've both had the Mark 46s. We were just pushing around and it was fucking gnarly, man. Gnarly. One of the best, but craziest like carnage firefights I've ever had at night.
Yeah.
Ever.
I just remember hearing Matt shouting, and I remember Steady shouting. And as you guys are going across that plateau, I've gone further left down the hill.
That's right.
So I'm a bit further down from these boys, like on the steep bit. So as I've started moving forward, I'm getting the guys that are pushing up the hill. Just seen a few guys sat behind the trees. And to be honest, this is where I just love the scar to death. Like it makes me so happy thinking about it that I just go, put that laser on the ladder, went, think, hit, all right, done. And then just move to the next one. I just trust the accuracy of the gun. I trust the setup to know that And I saw it on the night we were talking about this, when you get this split second of the laser backlight in the BB as it's moving and it sparkles under nods. You get
you just get a little flutter as it goes through. Yeah,
it goes through. And I remember seeing that at super distance, so I knew these lads were going to cop it. As Parky's pushed around the top, it's like a geezer behind him on one of the trees. And so he's pulled in against the tree, and I'm like, Parky, move back. As he's leant back to come round behind the tree, the lad's leant forward. So Parky's now on the left and this guy's out on the right.
Yeah.
So I've put my peck on him and started putting rounds out. Obviously, Parky's then clocked the contact, taken one more step back on the tree, and we're both just drilled this guy, bless him. It was so funny. I just was like, Parky, you just panic. All comms just goes to like your
it goes to shit.
Step back. Yeah, it was wicked. It was like you say, mate. I think Matt described it best. I don't know if the Stirling guys are still on, but Matt said it best. It was like fucking Benghazi. It was just lasers and rounds going everywhere. Ash has asked you a question, Richie, saying, and it's one I think is really prominent for a lot of people that use nods. Do you use tracer rounds with your nods? Heard a lot of people using red tracers, etc., instead of your traditionals for the colour.
Do you know what I used to use tracer? I used to use like yellow tracer, or like the standard yellow tracer, or green, whatever it is. I chose not to now because the amount of time. So I used to use it for marking a target. So I'd be like, right, target on my tracer, whack, and I'd always run mixed, right?
Yeah.
But the times you need to do that, I just thought, you know, there's no need. Like, I'd rather just go IR on, IR off. That's it. That's it, Mark.
Yeah.
You know, red tracers, mate. Now I can't speak for anything else. I've used neutral red tracers, and they were dog shit.
Yeah,
like literally. You couldn't see them under nods for shit, for nothing. Naked eye, they were great, but under nods, no good at all. I would much rather use a good IR illuminator and backlight the BB as it goes out, as Tim was saying. But yeah, man, like so this is where, with the best will in the world and the best comms and the best teams, some things turn to shit, mate. So we ended up in a massive blue on blue, right? And it was my fault, massively my fault. So there's a sanger on the back of the fob, right? So we're pushing up.
The one where I was, wasn't it, on the to the stag?
So I've seen about 3 op 4 move and run. I've clapped one of them, and the other 2 have carried on and gone into the sort of down the side of the sanger. There's like a sanger, like sort of like this, like a U shape, and then a tree next to it. And he's basically gone between the tree and the sanger, gone like that. And
pre-marked.
Yeah, it. And so we've seen hostiles move into the sanger. So at which point I've gone, right, they're using that sanger as like, you know, as cover to get in and round and then into the front door. So I thought, in my head, I'm like, right, that sanger's toast, mate. Anyone in there is dead. Getting dead and dying till they get deaded from it. So we've seen some heads pop up and put some rounds towards us. Like, literally, mate, the rounds went bing, 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 bing off my scar and did that. It did. It went ding, 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 boom. I was like, oh.
That's dead.
That's deaded. So at which point, so I've seen hostiles moving to Sanger. We're taking fire from the Sanger. I was like, right, everyone in there is getting it. He's getting all 3,000 rounds in this box mag, mate. Brah, brah, brah. Anyway, steady. I can hear Steady and Matt shouting, Richie, careful, there's not friendlies in there. I was like, no, they're all hostile, mate. He's like, oh, fair one. At which point, I think I see a bang come over the wall. So I've gone, right, you know, just in case, I'm going to put my strobe on.
Yeah,
so
I saw
at which point then,
because I was down the hill.
Yeah, so I put my strobe on just to mark friendlies, and we're pushing up. We're pushing around level with the Sanger now. We've cleared past it, and as we're walking back, I've heard from the Sanger, Richie, you owe me a new face. I was like, oh fuck. I was like, is that friendlies? He's like, well, it was.
Who was it?
He was like, and your gun's fucking hot. I I think it was Ben and Kev Berry. I think.
I
was like, no. I was like, no. But I saw hostiles move into that Sangha. So I was like, right, that's what it is. But anyway, just goes to show. Do you know what I mean? Like, it can happen. It can happen.
With all will in the world, like you're saying, with all the kit, things like that happen. Mistakes happen, and communication, and also when there's that amount of contact.
But it's never normally that chaotic, though. Do you know what I mean? Like,
no, it's not. That was a wicked firefight. I remember coming round to the front gate and then linking up as Stu put in here. Stu, Robson, and John actually pushed around the other side and was now we kind of cleared around, like cupped around the outside.
Cupped.
We also had some really good engagements after this. So we had all this shit at the top, and then me and Richie pushed down the hill, and we were clearing actually down that road. Remember? Yeah. Went, there's someone in them trees. I was like, "Are you fucking sure?" And he's gone, and you had this hit. I was like, "For fuck's sake!" We had a couple of good little me and Parker.
Yeah, I remember that.
A couple of people down there as well. It was really good. We pushed back up towards the top and actually realised that the enemy had got almost in the front of our fob. So Matt was a bit worried, I think, at one point of getting killed. The boss man getting lifted, which I
know Matt was like the boys were close. He said they were stacking on the door. I think it was Owen or someone managed to put a bang over the wall and apparently managed to get rid of a lot of them, which was good. But but I just remember us pushing down, because the hostile started to basically break contact and move back down the hill. Tim, I'm going, Tim, there's one there. And I put my IR on him, and there's two trees like this, and he's moving in between the trees. He's gone, what do you say to me? He's like, are you kidding?
I started flanking at that point. I'll do our usual thing, right? If you spot something, I'll start pushing to get level.
Pushing.
So as I'm pushing level, it's obviously uphill, so I'm seeing less and less of him as I'm getting down. So I'm like, mate, what if I said something? I was like, what the fuck are you? It was
like, are you joking? It was like, are you joking? I went, and he went,
yeah.
And then I went, I remember Tim again. Don't look like I'm fucking joking. Mate, funny. Honestly. Hands down, mate, one of the best night contacts I think I've ever had. Ever.
Yeah, hands down.
It was chaos. It was fucking awesome. Like, the guys who we were fighting with were like having a good tear up as well. Not just like taking pot shots.
Was it?
Taking pot shots, not taking the hits and fucking. Do you know what I mean? It was like every hit was taken. You know.
Yeah.
It was. Yeah. It was good. It was good.
A quick message from my Scottish father. It says, Roger, that it was us.
Sorry.
Kev's going to strangle you next time he sees you.
Sorry, Kev.
So, it was, like you say, mate, I think, again, this was just building on top of an already very action-filled, like really high pace, like really intense day.
High intensity, right, I think.
So, there is... things that Richie likes about an event, there's things that I like about an event, and they're not always the same. And without our little group of individuals, we all have different things that we look for in an event. And I think the more that we spend more time with the likes of Robson and Parky and John and Stu and that, you begin to see a little bit more of what actually tickles each person's boat. Balls or bum or feet or whatever.
Or elbow.
Whatever. Come on. Beer time.
Tim, if you could have anything right now, what would it be? Oh, a mojito.
John went, a really cold one with lime in.
An ice cold Modelo. You went, fuck you, John. I'll kill you. I'll kill you where you stand.
It was fucking,
I already salivated at the thought of like a crate of Desperado.
I was like, Modelo's, mate. Ice cold Modelo's.
Yeah.
We were all kind of looking for something different, and I think that there's definitely a part of the event for me that got kicked into a higher gear just from doing that recce shit, just from getting in the leaf suit, going out, getting on the comms, mapping my way in, being really on point with where I am on the map and how that's references to other things, taking it rhinoceros. There was something about doing that which I will definitely be asking Matt to do again in the future. That I really enjoy.
It takes time, mate. It takes time to do that shit.
It's hard work. It's graft.
Yeah.
You know, you cover ground, you're on foot, you're carrying kit. It's hard work. It's, there's, when me and Richie started putting out doing the recce stuff, and we had the longs and I had the sniper and everything, and we done Seni, a lot of people jumped on that recce thing real quick. Like, really quick. A big optic on my gun and a suppressor, and that's the recce. Yeah. I don't think there's many sites that physically push you when you have to do recce. You know,
mate, carry this fucking thing, right? Over 10 kilometers.
Yeah.
Train like that, mate. Not happening. Not fucking happening.
You know, with big packs on, you see people loading out packs. I mean, I stripped my pack right out because I knew the training there was hard. So I bin jet boil and that lot. I took a load of wet food, some dry
cat food.
Just cat food packet.
Wet cat food.
Some jerky and some water and all that sort of shit. And that was it. I didn't bother taking a ton of stuff out. I mean, it was really good. Oh, Ben, it was Ben that you shot. He says you still owe me a new face.
I know. I'm sorry, Ben. I do owe you a beer for that, mate. I do. But you.
Oh no, we've lost him.
I'm here.
He's back. He's back. You can't.
Yeah, man. Like it's tough, isn't it? Because like you sort of initially it's like kill or be killed. So you think, right, fuck it, I'm going to shoot that guy before he shoots me.
Yeah.
And the other guy's thinking the same. So yeah, it's tough. It's tough. But I mean, like you were saying, Tim, it's tough, right? It is super tough, and let's not make any bones or excuses about it, right? I think was it about 1 o'clock, something like that.
We finished our stag, so we done.
Yeah, we've done our stag. It must have been about 12:30, 1 o'clock by the time that contact finished.
Yeah.
So I binned it, mate. I called it a night. I was like, mate, I just can't do it because my knees are fucked. Like, so when we did the second, not the one on the cartel camp, the next one out to find that camp just before last night. So I was carrying a Mark 46. It's my own fucking fault. Carrying a Mark 46, 2 radios, full plate carrier. Now, physically, like cardio wise, I was blowing, but it's fine.
Yeah.
Thighs, muscles are burning, fine. You can push through it. The thing that I struggled with was fucking knees, mate. Like just my knees were fucked.
Yeah.
Like I could, they were physically like hurting. And as much as we all want to be, elite as fuck operators, some of us, we all have to do a day job, right? This is a hobby. We don't do this as a job. And the older I get, the more I sort of realise that I absolutely love what we do. I love milsims. I love airsoft. I love doing it. But if that's going to stop you earning fucking however much it is a year you earn, you got to prioritise, right? Do you know what I mean? If that means you can't go into work on a Monday, or that's going to, cause you problems later on in life, mate. Nah, I'm right. And do you know what, mate? I think it's just the fact, like you said, we had such a good day and such a good nighttime tear up that I was like,
that's ticked all the boxes.
It's ticked it ticked all the boxes, mate. So so I just remember knowing, because obviously we were meant to go out at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
In strike op that obviously you took the boys in on. So we said, right, from 12 till whatever it is, 3, we're going to get a head down. So all my sleep kit was in the tent down at the car park. So I crawled into the back seat of the fucking truck, right, of the fucking L200. Sorry, the fucking Bessie, whatever her name is. So I crawled in the back of that. I've got my lid nods down in the footwell, pistol in the footwell, level 7. John's gone, Richie, I've got a blanket, mate. I've got a grey blanket if you want. I was like, yeah, of course you do. I remember John handed me the blanket, shut the door. Next thing, mate, up over the hill come a set of headlights. I was like, oh, fuck, mate. And this Op 4 wagon pulled up, just laying rounds down from the Top Gun. John's shouting at me through the back window, like, Richie, can you get out? I was like, I can't get out. Like, there's rounds everywhere going all around the truck. Mate, it's funny. I'm just there with like a pistol, like, and that's it. No spare mag.
A blanket for Stiffy on underneath. It's just like, oh no.
Pistol.
One of these. I'm on the bus.
Pistol, blanket, a boner tucked in my waistband. Like, do you know what I mean?
I'll get the next stop. Yeah, I'm going to go to the last stop. I am.
Yeah, but you rang the bell. No, I didn't mean to. I leant on it.
Can I borrow your book bag?
Oh, can I borrow your boot bag? Can I borrow your Man United boot bag? Why? You got one there? No, I just need another one.
Fucking brilliant. But so yeah, I mean, I managed to get my nut down for a bit, knowing that I was going to be taking the boys in on scout and at the front, which is always a bit nerve wracking when you're navigating a site that you don't, I haven't visited in a couple of years. We were trying to get onto a very small objective, and it was easy to fuck it. If we overshot it, we'd end up in the camp. If we undershot it, we was going to end up in the middle of an open field. So my arse was going. It's never nice when you've got the whole of Sabre behind you, and they're like, "Go on, then find it." You're like, "Fucking hell." We actually pushed through some really, really difficult terrain. Probably far too difficult. My hands are still absolutely scratched to fuck, as you can probably see, and swollen.
And Tim doesn't own a cat.
No, I don't own a cat. Just from pushing through the brush, and my thighs and like waistband of like just trying to fucking trudge through it. It was really tough. We took about 2 hours to get in, which is probably 2 hours to cover maybe 150, 170 meters. Yeah. It was really, really hard, really hard. And people can go, "Oh yeah, but it wasn't that bad." Trust me, speak to anyone that pushed through that night. It was really fucking tough. We got down, got on point. Robson was on my shoulder as always. And I really appreciated that. He just kept, a few times he said to me, "Mate, have a stop and have a fucking breath. There's no rush. Give the boys a break." Because I was panicking, trying to push us through. And a few times he was just there for that bit of elder guidance, right? That is
mate.
what Robson's really good at sometimes, is just giving you a little bit of a rain check to say, "Mate, calm, have a fucking breath, stop for 30 seconds. Let's reassess." We actually ended up falling out right on top of the fucking point where I'd had the contact. It was a miracle. It definitely wasn't planned. It was a bit of fluke. So we all ended up down there. We ended up crossing this double fence, which everyone was laughing about all night, because you had to do a really funky stance to get over both of them. And we ended up pushing into this bit of woodland where the enemy camp was, potentially. We skirted all the way through it, and long story short, we found a couple of tents. We walked up the tent and lights come on. We searched that woodland high and low, and the guys had obviously upped and left. There was a few backpacks there and some bashes and stuff, but we didn't find shit. We ended up getting back at 5:45 in the morning. So
fucking late, man.
6. It was strong. It was really strong. So at that point for me, I was like, right, I need to try and get an hour or two sleep just to be safe for driving home. That's when the next concern starts kicking in of like, shit, I've got 6 hour drive home, I've got work Monday, blah, blah, blah. So that's when my mindset begins to change a little bit. There's a couple of hours left of the event, but my main priority was actually, sadly, getting away, getting back into the commitments that I had at home. But it was good, and it was fun. Just some of the people commenting on Robson was absolutely fucking ridiculous. The triple fence hop, the hop, skip, jump, get across the fences was fucking brilliant. You wasn't quite enough either. We sat and watched you. Yeah, bollocks. All that.
All right, mate.
Of course you did. Thermal Cecil, I didn't see you. I was with him, Stu. We saw you, Kieran, post the video. Yes, Kieran, post the video. Do it. Do it. So, at that point, I think for me, it was cooling towards the end of the event. We did have a little bit of a tear up in the morning. We were waiting for the guys to come and give us a knock. It got to about 9 o'clock, and then for me, I needed to squirt. But I labelled the front cover of this event, of this video, the best event of 2020, and I humbly and honestly believe that will be the best event of this year. Stirling may pull something off in the trees that's at the end of October, but for me personally, by hands down the best event of this year, maybe even the last 2 years. It's the best Stirling that I've done in quite a long time. So a massive thank you to all of the Stirling lot. It was next level, not just only for the kit that they provide in regards of the vehicles, the razors, the fucking Wimics, the mounted guns.
No, because it's not just that, mate, is it? Because
No,
at the end of the day, you know, we ditched the vehicles and we went out on foot for a fair bit of it. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, I thought we were going to be in vehicles the whole weekend, and we wasn't. But do you know what, mate? Like it was quite good to get back to that sort of that patrolling. You know, watching your footsteps, watching your spacings, make sure you're in staggered formation. Do you know what I mean? Just watching all that kind of stuff again.
Yeah.
So, like I say, it's not just about the toys; it's about the whole experience. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You're dead right. It's not just that. There's a lot of things. The way they manage it, the way that they, like you say, keep that very professional head. They're also quite caring and compassionate towards the people that were new. I definitely saw it was that Sabre team checking in on one of the other teams there to make sure that they were happy, comfortable, hydrated, all those sorts of things.
Yeah.
So I think, it was just really, really well run. A really well run event. Not that they're not normally, but
no, of course not. It's just like you say. I don't know what the reason was. Whether it was we had that cartel element or what. I don't know, but it just seemed to be like a much higher pace. You know, much higher pace. Both, you know, sort of for contacts and. What's the word I'm looking for? Atmosphere, really, I guess. Yeah,
it really made you stay on your toes a lot of the time. Just knowing that there was some really good OP4. I say that in like AS and Cartel, but like there's some teams there that were clued up. Obviously, got the toys, got the fucking nods, and all that sort of shit.
Yeah,
it really gave me a new spark, I guess, for the interest for not just milsim, but like the whole airsoft thing. It gave me a bit of a like. Yeah, do you know what? I fucking love this. I saw some really great people. It was good to meet Kieran, and I think his name's Chris, the guy that was rocking the THG t-shirt. So it's nice to meet him and some of the other guys. Saw a lot of people I haven't seen in a long time, including all the Stirling boys, Dave, and the rest. Oh my God, it's bright in here. It was just nice seeing everyone. The atmosphere around what was done for Ben was incredible. But the event in, you know, end to end for me was just pretty much perfect. I fucking loved every minute of it.
Yeah.
I've got to say again, massive thank you to Stirling for taking the time to put the event together, because it was really, really exciting.
Yeah.
A lot of things happening, lots of contact. It was good.
And again, you know, like just the lads you're with, right? It just makes it a laugh a minute. It really was.
Yeah.
It really was.
Lots of silly jokes, right, that people just don't get. That other people just wouldn't understand. How little bit. How much? Any? Do you have any veg for that, mate? Little bit. Oh, the old fucking pink wafer. Fucking just stupid shit that people wouldn't get. That's just that crack with the boys. It was very good. Kev as well saying, agreed, my favourite event of this year. The Wolf. Oh, fuck me. Wolf is lighting up the wheels.
What are we going to do about this, Tim?
I think we should get the SPR stock and get a whole milled in it, and then use a single light.
Wow. I think I should get rid of the whole gun.
No,
I know, mate.
You'd miss it. I
would.
I think I don't know. SPR and get the stock milled out.
You reckon?
Yes.
I mean, it is just a button. It's just a button that's smashed, right?
Yeah, and you can get them. They do replacement ones. Laylacs. Yeah. Eagle 6 probably got them in.
Just fancy something different.
Yeah, get the SPR, get a legit one, get a hole milled in it. So you open the stock and then put your battery in it, connect it, and then put it back up.
I mean, something different.
Yes.
Something different.
New gun.
New gun.
Get new guns. Maybe. We're always getting new guns.
I know. I've got too many guns. I need to shift some first. One thing I'm not selling, mate, is that Mark 46.
Can you show them the Mark 46 if you've got it kicking around? Because a few people have asked to see it. I don't know where it is.
It's up here.
Got hollowed out. Yay.
Right, stand by.
Yeah, you can buy the latch separate. If anyone's got a link,
Can you?
feel free to fire it into the group and then I'll give it to Richie. Ash is saying you could just get Scar L instead. Woohoo! Cable ties and tape will fix it from Manhole. That's the way he fixes everything. He's our resident fixer. He was doing something to the Jenny when we were there, trying to fix the Jenny, I think. You can never have too many guns. You can if you go to Richie's and can't get into his fucking house. Cable ties fix everything. I am going through the comments as quick as I can. Sorry, guys. I'm also going to check for the ones where there's been profanities, and I will allow them to be in fucking Benghazi. Yeah, honestly, it was absolutely crazy. I'd love to know who was on the Op 4 for that part of the event. It was super fun. And, Stirling absolutely knocked it out of the park with this one, as they always do. Highly, highly recommend. Richie, we have a link here for...
Do we?
Yes.
Oh, yes, boy.
Thank you very much, Sam Martin. Oh, swapped us around.
airsoftworld.net. Mate.
Tokyo Marie, Scar H, Stock Latch.
Legend. So I don't know if I'll be able to get this all in. That's what she said. So, oh my God, this thing's so heavy. Why did I take this to the trees? Fuck. So, Vortex UH1 razor. And on the other side,
they're in stock.
Is it?
Yeah.
24 quid. Job done. Yardband link, boom. So yeah. Fuck, this thing's so heavy. So PEC 2 on the front as well. Absolute beast, mate.
PEC 2. Yeah, it's an absolute monster gun. It is fucking heavy.
And it's rangy. The thing about it, mate, it's rangy as well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
This thing has got some range.
Well done, Alfie.
It's only lifting 0.25s, but yeah, Alf, mate. Honestly, I don't know why you sold this, bruv. It's quite possibly the dopest gun in the world.
Yeah.
Why did you sell it?
Why did he sell it? Who knows?
Why? Who knows?
I think I might be getting told off. I've just been asked by Stirling. Tim, check your messages on Facebook. Uh-oh. Matt's about to cross my head.
Uh-oh. Tim's in trouble. Matt's come along and he's going to suck him off. That's not how the song goes, but I'm just saying.
It was really good. Fucking love catching up with Matt and all the guys from Stirling. It was fucking epic. It was a really, really good event. A lot of people say to me, "Oh, what milsims do you recommend?" Before Matt also hurts me, they don't call their events milsims. They avoid that word because it's kind of battered around too much. So they don't call their events milsims, but we call their events milsims because we class like the shit we do as milsims. So any confusion there, don't let that flash back on Stirling. But they're combat mission events or
combat mission.
That's the right term, isn't it, Matt? Please, because I always get them wrong.
I think there's combat missions and there's the other ones. So any event at which you hear Matt, you hear someone from the other side of the fob go, Richie. So at which point you walk all the way around, walk into the fob, and Matt's just on his phone goes, weekend. It's the weekend. That, mate. Any event that happens at is all right in my book. He called me from the other side, outside the fob, to show me something on Instagram and go, weekend. It was brilliant. Mom, the meatloaf.
Meatloaf, Mom. I cannot wait to see Matt in that red dragon fucking dressing gown.
Yes.
That's the only thing I want in life. It's the only thing I want. I don't want anything else. I just want to see that picture. That will just be it for me.
Like this, just like, oh, meatloaf. Fuck. Meatloaf. That I want to see.
That is going to be the best thing in the fucking world.
Mate, outrageous.
Honestly, it's so good. So good. It was a really, really fun event. Really fun. Yeah, so Dave's confirmed it. So they call it a combat mission. It's really, you know, in regards of like high tier weekend events, it's at a caliber that it has never been met. And if you really want to experience it, sadly, you just have to go. You just have to just swallow the fact that it might be uncomfortable dependent on your kit and experience, that sort of shit, and you've just got to indulge. Because I think it's a really good way of learning. There is no stepping stone to Stirling. You just got to go.
Yeah, I just, it's tough, isn't it? Because whereas before, right, and now I know this is going to piss some people off. Whereas before you had other sort of milsim companies that you'd go, mate, try this company first.
Mm. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Like you say, then maybe try those events. Yeah, I'm just agreeing with what you're saying, mate. Like you should have this company, then maybe try these guys. Then once you've been to that, you're sort of like, you know what sort of kit you need, then go to Stirling.
Yeah.
You can't do that anymore, you know, and I think like
it's not there.
It's just not there. So whereas Stirling is literally sink or swim, mate. Do you know what I mean? Like you go there, you'll either have an epic time or a really, really shit time.
Yeah.
I mean, Matt will take you under his wing, laugh, and tell you everything's going to be okay.
Yeah, you'll be right, man, mate.
No tears, just dreams. But you will have a shit time.
Yeah, you might be uncomfortable. I don't think you. Yeah, I don't know. I look at that team that was there at the weekend. Very green, right? Clearly, like a very green team, but they look like they had an absolute belter. The one with the girl in it who was on the Top Gun and they got taken out in the vehicle and they were like fucking hitting targets and stuff. They were just off to our right in the fob. You know, they looked like it was fairly new to them, but they had a fucking belting weekend, you know, and they probably learned a lot of lessons and, you know, come away with it with a lot of, you know, things to feed back on. But I just, like you say, there's not that way now where people say to me, oh, well,
do you know what? Yeah. I saw one of them actually. Yeah, I know who you're on about now. I saw one on that second infill to the cartel camp. One of them going along with like a massive, great big pack on, and I was like, "What could you possibly have in that pack that you're going to need for the next 30 minutes?"
Yeah, for a strike up.
What could you possibly have in there that you're gonna have time that you'll need for the next 30 minutes, and you're gonna have time to stop for and get out of your pack? But mate, listen, I don't mean that horribly. I just mean like we've all been there, we've done it, we've learnt the lessons. I've certainly been there with a pack full of shit that I don't need. So I see what you're saying. Obviously, they're yet to learn that lesson.
I forgot about these.
Pineapple team, you got a pineapple team. Matt loves pineapple team. Is he a marshal? Still hands down one of the mate, hello.
Get that now.
That's got to be one, isn't it? Mate, hello.
Mate, hello. I hit you there. Bunk, bunk, bunk.
There, bing, bong, bonk.
Some of these are fucking brilliant. I forgot how funny they were.
Can't get hit if you wear martial armour.
You can't. Or if you've eaten a chicken tikka martial armour.
Chicken tikka martial armour. Yeah, mate.
Oh, fuck it. Yeah, do you know what? I'm glad that they went and enjoyed it, but I think that's the thing that you've got to do now. I don't think there's loads of ways of, like, stepping up to it. You've just got to go full bore, and you will enjoy the experience. I think even if you have a tough time because of your kit, you'll enjoy it, and you'll
still have a good time. Yeah.
Just with the woman.
Mate, Smudge Lord is the best, mate.
Fuck you.
Fuck you, Karen.
Oh shit! So, absolute.
Just quickly, mate.
Go on. That's good.
And if anyone saw my Insta post the other day, one thing that did stand out for me, so obviously comms were shit.
Yes.
But I think that's terrain, radios, possibly aerial, but not the SNR one. My standard aerial needs looking at. JCI's, fix my shit, please. I'll pay you in
blood,
sausage rolls. One thing that stood out for me that worked really flaky pastry sausage roll.
Sausage rolls.
Flaky sausage roll. One thing that did stand out for me that worked really well, mate, was the Hamels from Edge Eyewear. So I remember, mate, hoofing back down the track after one of the contacts with Robson. Leant over, I was like, fuck, absolutely hanging, like blowing out my arsehole, and standing up and went, oh no, these are steamed up. I was like, but they're not meant to steam up. They've got that vapor shield.
Yeah.
I was like, ha! I found you. You're a fraud. You're a fraud.
You're a fraudulent seller.
And I remember I turned around behind the truck so I could cover, took them off, and it wasn't hadn't fogged up, mate. It was just sweat that had laid in the bottom there. I was like,
your glasses were just like,
what's your name? Tony. Fuck you, Tony.
What's your name? Ezekiel. Fuck
you, Ezekiel. Yeah, man. So, hands down, those glasses, mate, it was what? Easy plus 24 degrees. Yeah, easy.
It was warm. Yeah.
We had the face wraps up here because of COVID in the vehicle. Yeah. We were running about. And, yeah, mate, didn't steam up once. Didn't steam up, didn't fog up, nothing. So, super, super impressed.
Yeah. I was actually thinking about this because we always do a little thing where there's kit that we were really impressed
with. What worked, what didn't work, yeah.
I can't say that I really had anything that I didn't probably that didn't go massively well. I didn't eat as well as I thought I would. I was a little bit disappointed with that. I didn't take time to sit and have hot food. I just ate shit.
A succulent Chinese meal?
A succulent Chinese meal, which Parky, the fucking absolute bitch of a lightweight, ruined by puking. Parky had like three mouthfuls of fucking a shandy top and was puking up. I could smell it and I thought, yeah, that's 6 close. And then I rolled over and it like splashed up onto the side of the inflatable mattress, which Parky was really lovely about. And considering I do think Parky's a massive cunt, I did let him off.
Yeah. He had one kind of bash shandy. That was it. That was his lot, mate.
He did, yeah. Shandy bash, and that was him fucked. But I do love Parky. He is just such a hitter. Between him and Robson, they are just two formidable players that I have a lot of.
Yeah, mate, hands down.
They're fucking double good,
mate. So imagine Parky, right, with his if his Mark 46 was tweaked up, new hop unit, new barrel.
Oh, mate, it would be blistering.
Danger, high voltage.
Because he said to me as well, like, oh, mate, I'm enjoying this support gun shit. And I was like, with the fucking size of you, like, why are you not running one all the time?
I know, mate.
He's a fucking unit, Parky, to be fair.
The geezer carries a bag of sand up Snowdon, the cunt.
Just fucking absolute wronging. But do you know what? I think it really suited him running that fucking Mark 46 out. Even on top of the wagon, it was on point with it. And you want players like that around you. Yeah. In that type of mindset to sort of drive things forward. So I think it was a good little combination of systems. Obviously, I was running the fucking, the LVPO. On my platform, it's definitely got some good legs. I was really...
the old MCDO, 3A, 4A, whoa.
Yeah, the fucking 24th LVV 3
BCO.
Yeah, but I was super impressed with the Scar. As always, that thing always never fails to fucking leave me walking away from an event when I box it up and I think, yeah, do you know what?
Thank you.
Not miss a beat. Did not miss a beat. It was fucking on point. It was accurate as fuck. It was nice and flat. I literally put my mag in it and everyone stood up to the side of the fucking fob testing, dialing, fucking around with things. Turned the dial on, saw that bit of paper that was stapled to the tree and went ding, 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 every single fucking round. Whack, 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 whack. I stood next to Stu, actually, doing this, and then that was it. I fucking put my lens cap down, and that's done.
Same as, I remember when I was down at the truck in the car park, before I put my tent away, I think Kieran and that lot come down, and I was like just dialing in my razor to the Sky Heavy, to the super build, and I'm just tweaking the hop a little bit because I got 3 2s, but for some reason they were lifting mega high, so I just brought it down a little bit, brought it down, and Kieran come over, and I've gone clack, 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 and they literally just went like literally a tiniest bit of lift. Yeah, and they were out there, man. And he literally went, "You can fuck off! Don't shoot me with that fucking thing." And literally, that's his words. But again, mate, like we had a contact in like Saturday morning, and there was a guy like down at the base of a tree, like there was all brush and stuff. Literally, there was like this much of his head showing.
I remember you saying,
you know what I mean? And I literally went ding, 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 and it literally went like literally in. Just a slight climb at the end, and it hit him on the climb. So it still had probably another 10 meters to go or so.
Yeah,
maybe 15. Yeah, and the guy took it straight away like a champ. Do you know what I mean? Like there was no problems with hit taking all weekend, none. And and I was just, again, like you say, you walk around and you go like, "Fuck, I love this gun." Like I aim it, I shoot it, it goes. That's it. That's all you want. Do you know what I mean? You don't want no complications, nothing. Yeah, it was sound, man. It's really good, really good.
Again, mate, I must admit, I really did enjoy it. There was a lot about it. Obviously, just the whole part about Ben, I think really started the event on a good foot for me. But just going out, getting out early, getting my fucking legs moving, that level of contact, the fact that, you know, the players are just so... The level of integrity there is so high, and the caliber of player. Like, you're not going to catch some cunt just slipping. Like, it's very rare that happens. Like, you might stumble on someone by accident, but you're not going to catch someone just, you know, completely away from the event mentally. Everyone's always dialed up really tight, and the way that they run it and the way that they coordinate the event. I mean, I was in the fob with Matt, right? So you expect Matt and the rest of the guys to be like doing this whole coordination thing. But they're also trying to achieve their own objectives. And because we'd taken one of the objectives early on, when we raided one of the bases, we lifted a load of cash. Or did we lift the drugs? No, we took the cash. No, we took the drugs, I think. And they were left with the cash. That's it. So we lifted a load of the drugs early.
A lot, bro.
Yeah.
I would have rinsed man's. Man's been left with nothing but an IKEA side table. Do you know what I mean? I'd left him with a side table from IKEA and a pair of flip-flops.
Yes. Take the man's light bulbs.
Take man's coasters, innit? Yeah?
Honestly, we'd clipped that early on, and yet they still managed to really continue on the game and like continue it flowing. It was fucking sick. It was good. Super stoked with it. Can't wait to get back to another Stirling, and again, super grateful for that event. It really left me come home from it. Normally, after a 7-hour drive, you're like, fucking hell. I got home, started unbusted, you know, my kit, and just having a bit of a tidy up, getting ready for the evening. And I had a few people messaging me straight away. How was it? How'd you get on this weekend? How was it? And every single person, even, you know, after all of that and the traveling thing, I was like, it was fucking one of the best weekends I've ever had airsoft. Yeah. It was so much fun. So much fun.
Yeah, I think the only thing is, like, for me, and like, even worse for you because you're further down the coast than me, but like, and this is nothing against Stirling because, you know, I will always go to the events, always. But I just wish there were more sites in the southeast that Stirling could get hold of. Do you know what I mean? Because like for us, like we love going to their events. We've just proved through the stream that their events are top notch. Some of the best players, best hit taking, best honesty. You know, the good tear ups, good organisation as a whole, right? But if this is from a selfish point of view, if you could lift that lot and place one sort of like somewhere in the southeast or northeast, like give us a 2-hour drive, like to Stanton or something. Do you know what I mean? that'd be good.
Yeah, exactly. And I think That's always been a difficult thing for me and you. Is, you know, we always have to counter that. Whatever the experiences of the event, you've got to get there and you've got to get home. You know, and if you consider that as a day's travel, you know, me and you have done this before where we've left Friday morning to be at a Saturday event and had to stay in a hotel, drive up, you know, lose Friday's day's worth of work, stay in a hotel that night, be on site the following morning for the game start, stay there that night, then drive back the next day. You know, you've got a 4-day excursion for a 2-day event and you're losing a day of work and all those sorts of things as well. So like, it's always the country. It's
always the moral fight, right? Like that's the reason why, like I said, I've been this Saturday night, Sunday morning, because one, my knees were fucked. They were absolutely killing me. I was like, I need to get a good night's sleep with some painkillers on these knees. Because you know, I've got to spend time with the family Sunday, and then I'm back to work Monday. Do you know what I mean? I've got to do all my food shop. I've got to do all my meal prep and everything and Sunday ready for the Monday. Like, it's like there's life happens, right? And you have to like weigh up this of like a 7, 8, like look at us. We left what 10, 11 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, mate, you went back till like 4, 5. I was back at like 2:30, 3:30. Yeah. So you know that's Sunday gone, and there's only so many hours in the day. So you have to kind of like weigh up. Like, as much as I love being at these events, I've still got a life to lead. This is why, like, if I just wish there was something on like, a bit closer to home, because then you get the best of both worlds, right? You get to play the event, get to play the whole event, like Friday or Saturday, right through to Sunday, right through to Index, as well as do your personal shit, right?
Yeah, because you're not doing a 6-hour drive, you're doing 2. Like Stanton for me was epic. Stanton's like such a close jaunt. Even Longmore really is not far.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Hours. I think I must have broke the fucking land speed record from Longmore
in a brick
in the Type R. I got back quick.
Oh yeah, you still had that then, didn't you? Yeah,
I've done it in like an hour and 40 minutes.
Yeah,
but it was, you know, I think that's always going to be the thing is you have to just account the time that it's going to take us to get to places. It's why that, you know, really for me, Catterick is off the cards because I've done it too many times now. It's just, it's really tough. Again, Sandpit, Stu Leaders just put in there. Again, another fucking site for me that was 50 minutes away. It was fantastic. Again, that was one that used. That was really cool. I'd love them to get something else down this way. Just want to put a quick point in here. It's just from Robson, and it's actually a really good point. It says one of the biggest plus points of Stirling is even when a team has lost an objective, the complete objective that they had, which was the drugs, they stayed motivated and pushed on rather than thrown in the towel, which I think would have been easier for them to do. So there's a really, really good point that someone in that team has gone to them and been like, boys, we need to go get that back and push it back.
Yeah, definitely.
Mondo Muti, the level of players are so high. I'm pretty sure there's a word for this. Elite, maybe. Elitist.
You're damn right there, Paul. I fucking meant.
Yeah. Admittedly, it was super fun. It was super fun. What are you going to do next? What's your next event before we wrap up? I know the time's getting on.
For me,
tomorrow. Yeah. What are you looking at doing next?
Mate, I'm quitting. I'm selling all my guns, all my shit. I'm quitting Airsoft.
I did that the other week. Woke up like that. It's fine.
No, legit. This is what I'm doing. So this is always going to be a surprise. This is me quitting Airsoft stream. No. So agenda really. Everyone knows me. I'm the comms guy. I love my radios. I love my fucking toys. For me, I was a bit deflated, mate, of having all this kit at the trees and it didn't work properly.
Yeah.
Now, the CT5 worked great, mate. Do you know what I mean? Like the buttons, everything was where it needed to be. I had dual comms literally right here. I had my phone plugged in. I didn't get to play it because we were too busy. Yeah. But I had the radios on the back. They were out the way, tucked away. I just didn't get the range. So for me, I want to sit down with JCI, the comms god, and figure out like what can we do? What can I do to make this better? As far as events are concerned, mate, I don't think I can make Stirling Gloucester. Yeah. For me, work's just too up in the air. So what I'd much prefer to do, not prefer, because I'd love to go to Stirling. I'd prefer to go there, but what works better in my personal schedule is I just want to hit up some Sunday games, man. Hit up some skirmishes, like something with how'd you put it? Like sort of not so much commitment, so I can literally Saturday night throw some shit in a bag. James. Platoon gym, throw some shit in the bag. It's a really massive bag. Just keep going. You can keep throwing shit in there. The bag's really huge. Just keep throwing it in there. On a Saturday night, just shit in a bag. More shit in a bag. Just keep going.
Honestly, who hasn't got one? I have a couple lying around at home. The old shit.
Oh, shit bag. So yeah, just throw some shit in the bag on a Saturday night. But do you know what I mean? Like this, like from my memory, mate. Back in the day, you used to sort of sit there Saturday night, whack a Blu-ray on, rather than Netflix. This was back in the day. Black Hawk down, throw some kit in the bag. Sunday on site, finish site, done. You was done by 4 o'clock. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Head home, you're done by 5. So that's where I'm at right now. That's what I'm feeling for the next sort of, I don't know, month or so.
Yeah, I will probably do the favelas because it's so close, and I did enjoy the last one. I must admit, I really did enjoy the last one.
It was good. For me, mate, like I feel we've done that part. I just wonder, like, where would we fit in the favelas game? Because the whole pistol thing, I think we've done.
Yeah, I think other people want to do that now.
Yeah,
that
was so 3 months ago. Like GSRs, mate. Like we're in a GSR whilst airsofting. That was so 98.
Done it. Been there, done it.
That was 98, 99. Grow up.
I do have a plan for it, but I'm not going to talk about it on here. But I do have a good plan.
All right.
I think we'd enjoy it. For a part of it, we'll give it a go.
Whisper in my shell, like.
I shall.
Talk to me.
So,
Maserati 495. Talk to me.
Firefights. Tell me the love.
I know this guy, beautiful guy. Talk one.
I've been married 5 times. The 6th wife. Welcome. I looked down.
He's
a pair of balls. I said,
pair of balls. He's bought a 9-foot swimming pool for an 8-foot garden.
Oh, bless.
What are you going to do? Buy an extension. Beautiful.
Grab a bag, gun box, nod, Sunday skirmish. Yeah, I mean, I'd hit up something. Someone said about Imperium with what SEO are doing. I'd be down for that as well.
Yeah, because do you know what, mate? I've been my finger's been off the pulse, mate. So I don't know when that whole thing is.
Get on one.
Yeah, if I know when we're not fucking welcome, bro.
Yeah.
We're just kidding. We're just kidding.
We love you guys.
We love you, Tim. Tim, Terry, Joe, Fred, Bob, Stephen, Adam, Dave, John,
Jamie Carl. But yeah, Imperium would be probably a good one. Come down Legion Airsoft Battle Sim when the mod let us again. I mean, I'd go down to Legion, but
did you? Mike, the thing is, mate, did you see their post today?
No,
mate. I do feel for Mike. I do, because he's booked about 3 or 4 dates consecutively, and slowly but surely, every single one the MOD's gone. No. Do you know what I mean?
Fuck.
And he's had to sort of sort out the admin of like refunding people and this and that. Oh, mate, like I do feel for him.
I would go down for a day, personally.
Me personally, that money for a day game, I wouldn't do.
Yeah,
but that doesn't mean I don't feel for his situation where he's being fucked around and doing a lot of admin and not getting paid for it. Do you know what I mean? Like I do feel for him. Like I say, I hopefully he'll get a date sorted soon. Again, not for us, thank you. but nothing. I mean, we can not go to an event and not have beef with someone.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. If you put a full weekender down on there, especially through winter, I'd be all over it because it gets dark so early.
Yeah.
Take the nods down, creep around. As long as he doesn't put people in the fucking new buildings again where people can't be lifted, I'll be happy with that as well. So lock them cunts up. Don't let people in them. Put them in the terraced houses so we can go in there with bangs and lift people.
Put everyone in the woods, mate. If they ain't got the right kit, fuck them. Let them freeze.
That man's got some fucking ideas. Yes, about that. Everyone in the woods.
Everyone in the woods. If they ain't got the right kit, fuck them.
Yeah. If you get the cop, you keep it until you're taken out of it. Same with the fob. Be fucking epic.
Oh, hi.
Oh, that's a good idea, that.
No.
We're taking some notes, guys. Take some notes. 18th October, 8-hour battle sim. How the fuck can you have an 8-hour battle sim? 8 hours. 8 hours
mate,
isn't long enough.
Mate, that's less than my working day, bruv.
We're going to have a 40-minute meal sim with a 20-minute break. How the fuck can you have an 8-hour battle sim?
Oh, fuck. And I swear to put my phones out. Oh, fuck. Got a 40-minute battle sim, 20-minute break, 1 hour lunch break. Beautiful.
10-minute briefing, 5 minutes to get your kit ready, then you're going out, then you're going to be coming back, then you'll go back out again, come back in again, get your kit on, and then we'll do an index quick talk, and then I need you to get out, but come back in once you've gone out again. That'll be it.
Don't bring your guns, bring a deck chair, bring an umbrella, take a sombrero, bring some lemonade. Beautiful.
I said go, but don't come, go, but don't go. If you're going to go, don't come.
Good battle sim, and so if we're going to play the battle sim, so go to the battle sim, but it's only 8 hours. 8 hours, but you'll be playing for 3. Break 6 hours. So if you're going to have a 6-hour break, please stay alert. Stay alert. Stay on stag, but don't stay on stag. Go to the pisser, but please go on patrol. Thank you.
Don't patrol. Do patrol.
Do patrol. Don't patrol.
If you're
stay out. Don't stay out. Don't go in. Stand to. Don't stand to.
When people say to me, "Oh, so like when you and Richie have got a weekend together, like how does it go?" This is it. We have to shoot people in the face, and then we shoot people in the face, and then it goes straight back to shit like this again.
No, listen, right, Tim. No, I mean it. Right, listen. Don't, because listen. No, I'm being serious. No, don't muck about it, because what I mean is, like, we don't like this all the time.
Not
like, sometimes when I'm with like my mates, listen, right, don't fuck about it, because listen, I've got the scar in it. I've got my scar. It's from Camo raids. I don't know. They've done the full thing on it. They've done the full thing. 75. He made me do it. I'm going to spit my beer out in a minute. We're going to have to cut the stream. We're going to have to cut the stream. All day I thought, should I do it? Shouldn't I do it? Should I do it? Shouldn't I do it? I thought, fuck it, we'll do it.
It couldn't be every time. Honestly, it's just, I'm going to think about it one day while I'm driving. I'm going to kill someone.
No, do it. It's going to go. Right, okay. He's gone. He's absolutely gone. Look at him go. Tim's fucking lost it. goddamn, I got him. I got him. Put these on.
No.
Get the old hater blockers on, mate.
Probably quite.
Oh, shit.
Oh, mate. Fucking hell. Woo! Right, we're back on track. So
3, 2, 1, you're under.
I'm good. Right. Sorry, boys. Fuck me. That proper crippled me. So we'll try and get to the period. But I will do the favelas. I'm going to do something different there because I really enjoyed the civvy thing. I also really love the site. The site is it's not far, and
no.
I'm okay. But do you know what? I'm going to wake up in the middle of the night laughing my arse off. Just clean. Someone's going to phone me tomorrow and be like, Tim, you've been fired. And I'm just going to agree.
Tim, pick your stuff up.
Can you go get your box from your desk? All right, mate. Yeah.
Tim, this is Stephanie from HR. Yeah, we just want to let you know. Can you pick your shit up and fuck off?
Oh, fucking hell.
So, right.
And to
so
think
for me,
watch some AATV, mate. They can't compete. They can't even write a fucking magazine.
So obviously, I'm looking at more sort of skirmishes, sort of towards the end of the year, and night games. We want night games. If anyone knows about night games,
apparently South Coast CQB.
Really?
Do the midweek? Yeah, it's a joy.
Oh fuck the midweek, mate. I don't finish till fucking.
Right. Ash went. It was fucking. It was really decent. Taken on board. I'll take it. Andrew Woodley. I don't know what that means. Come down to Legion. Would be good to see you guys again. Taken on board. I'll take it to the next meeting. If you're talking about putting people in, not in the fucking new buildings, 100%.
What's that?
I think Andrew's talking about speaking to Legion about their events at Longmoor. Always make sure that at all times. We done a lift there of someone, but we couldn't shoot anyone because it was in a building. It was the stupidest thing I've ever done. We literally walked in there and couldn't shoot him, so we just had to lift him out of his bed, put him on a back.
Yeah.
Draco Tunnels, 10th of October at Splatoon. Night game.
10th of October?
Yeah.
Oh, well, hi.
Oh, hi. Bobson.
Oh, hi.
Robson.
Oh, fuck. Can't do the 10th. Can't do the 10th.
You can't?
Can't do it.
Oh, shit.
Sorry.
That thing, isn't it?
I'm out. Can't do it.
Is that thing?
That thing?
Yeah, that weekend thing.
No, not that thing.
That's another weekend, right?
That's another weekend, but I can't do the 10th.
Fuck.
We were gonna do something for Robson's birthday, right?
Yeah, I think that's why Robson's like, aha. South Coast CQB, Carl Baldwin. We're up for a South Coast CQB night game. Yeah, I'd be up for that. I'm up for just a night game anywhere. Just if any night games, let us know. I'm willing to travel for night games. So
midweek is a no go for me because I don't know what time I finish work. Could be 8 o'clock at night. Who knows? But weekend night games, yes, hit us up. We would love to link up with some of you guys, and fucking roll deep as a big crew. That'd be epic.
Last time we done that, we got banned. Just saying.
Fuck, we did. Well, I got banned. You was all right.
Oh, I don't know, from the amount I mouthed off afterwards.
Well, yeah, true.
So,
Tim, pick that up now.
Fucking scream and shout at me about fucking useless cunt.
Who the fuck do you think you're talking to?
No, I'm fucking royalty, prick.
I just have visions of Tim walking up to him and being like grabbing the back of his head and just doing an elbow up like that underneath his fucking chin.
When John come back, John thought, oh shit, here we go.
Yeah.
Because when John come proper steaming in, fair play to him, actually. You know, that's one of the things where you could easily stand back and be like, actually, I'm not going to get involved. And John did pull him straight up and was like, mate, hold on a minute. You speak to him like a cunt. He's a paying customer, and you're the
mate,
one.
John's a boy, mate. Like black, white's white.
You know, but he did jump straight in. He was in the other room and come through to obviously see what the commotion was, and was on it straight away. So
yeah,
I think then the geezer began to wind it back a little bit, but at the same time he was fucking rude.
Of course he did, fucking pussy hole.
People like that, and he went something like, I can speak to people however I fucking want, or something. At that point, I was like, why I order one of these days, Alice. One of these days.
One of these.
I know. You'll take me to the moon.
So yeah, we'll find something. We'll find something,
man.
Any new kit, Richie, before we index this shit?
Any new kit? No, mate. I got the SNR, like I say, SNR Stinger, the sort of like vest-mounted antenna, in elite black and gold braided, brother. Yeah, mate. Like I say, that thing, believe it or not, got better signal, a better comms, better distance than the standard TRI antenna with relocation cable. So,
I've got mine out of the radio and up over the shoulder. I haven't zip tied all this on yet, but the idea is to like zip tie it or use some range or something. So it literally comes up and over the shoulder like that.
I mean, mate, speak to him, but I think from what I remember him saying, straight and up and over the shoulder is the best way. I think is the most efficient way to get best signal. I believe.
Black and
gold, baby. Black and gold, baby.
Yeah, it's fucking nice actually.
You goddamn rainbow power.
I know people were getting all salty about this because it's a repro, but fuck me, it's awesome at the weekend,
mate. You can't be elitist if you run Emerson.
It's true.
You can't.
You can't. It's absolutely impossible.
I've got a fucking patch to prove it.
That's true, actually. As soon as it's on a patch, that's it, done. What would you like to see in a high-end airsoft plate carrier? What? Who? Does that mean who would you like to see in a high-end airsoft plate carrier?
Who or what?
I don't know what that question means. Quick release button.
Who or what?
It might be who would you like to see in a high-end plate carrier?
Oh.
Someone who's not in one?
Me. Cunt.
An airsoft one, though. I mean, he's talking about an airsoft brand.
What would I like to see in a high-end plate carrier? A
Russian gymnast.
Yeah. I'm just looking at my one now. Do you know what I'd like to see? I'd like to see some kind of dedicated phone flip out. Like, so you know we've got the Juggernaut case, right?
Yeah.
Some kind of built-in low profile stretchy fabric with like lots of looped elastic for all your cables and shit. Like internal cable routing. That's what I'd like to see.
That's fair.
Internal elastic cable routing. Mate, I have 15% battery, just an FYI.
Right, yeah.
So I'm have to bounce soon.
Super late anyway. I want to jet. I need to eat.
I got my beers to drink, motherfucker.
Yeah, boy. Okay, boys and girls, let's get the fuck out of here. Thank you, everyone, for joining. We love you very much, and we had a great time.
Hopefully everyone sort of understood the why we called it the best milsim of 2020, because for us, it really was. It was, it was action packed, high intensity, really good atmosphere, good people, and for above everything else, what Stirling did was a good cause, right? A good gesture. So best milsim of 2020, Stirling Airsoft, Op Robinson. Thank you to Stirling.
Yeah. Right, boys and girls, we will be back with some more content over the next couple of weeks. You can go and get your Elite Lives Matter shit. Oh, no, you can't.
You can't. Is it not? Is it sold out?
They're sold out.
Damn, son.
But you'll get the Elite as Fuck t-shirt. That's available in white and black. So it's the logo that's up in the corner up there somewhere. But these are sold out. Do you know who got the last one? Scout Recon. Number 25.
Oh, my guy.
Yeah, he got it. So they're nice. Sorry, boys and girls. They are out. But you can get these. And also look at the size of these fucking stickers. I need to show you real quick. Literally,
look at that
fucking proper box sticker. So if you do want to,
Tim's hands are the size of 50p piece. So
yeah, it's true. Yeah, it's like a cat's paw. I haven't even got anything for context.
Mate, if you had cat's paws as hands, I'd fucking love it.
How cool would that be? Yeah, this is a child's skull.
Why have you got a child's skull?
Well, why not? I've got two of them.
I mean, I don't even. What?
I've got it on eBay. I've still got some lungs and stuff in it.
Oh Christ! No, that's fucked up, son.
It's mad, isn't it? eBay, you can get anything on there. It's amazing.
A child's skull. Fuck. Can you? Oh, mate, if only I can get a living one.
So there you go. You can get yourself your Elite Lives Matter giant ass sticker over on the store on Teespring. Yes.
When are we getting big ass, bigger than that decals for the truck, like something dank?
Yeah, I must admit I wanted to get THC for on the back. I don't know. There's a vinyl place near me, really good one. I'll go see him. We'll get it cut and fit it on the same day.
We'll think of a logo or something. Yeah.
Something for this. Yeah, I wouldn't mind something like that. That'd be cool. Right. Good night, everyone.
Yep.
Thanks for joining, and we will see you all in a bit.